All right, here we are in video 3 of lesson 9, module 6, and we're on number 2 of the magnifying glass pages of your Learn book. And the directions say multiply each x coordinate by 4 to get its corresponding y coordinate. So we already know that we're multiplying by 4, and we have this calculation section on the table. So if our x is 0, then x 0 times 4 is 0, so our y is 0. So our ordered pair is 0, 0. That one was done for us. But now we have 1/4. All right, so got to throw the fractions in there. 1/4 times 4. Now when we multiply by a whole number, we put a 1 under it, and we just multiply straight across. Hopefully you remember that from module 3, multiplying fractions, I think. So that would be 4/4, and any number over itself, 4/4 is equal to 1. So our y coordinate is 1, and our ordered pair is 1/4, 1. Did you get that right? Okay. Make sure you're paying attention. You're not just copying me. You're doing it with me, right? You're making sure that you learn it. 1/2 times 4, right? Now you can also picture half of a cookie, and 4 of those, 4 halves, should be 2, right? So 4 times 1 is 4. 2 times 1 is 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2, right? So we want to change it to our whole number, right? 4 divided by 2, every fraction is a division problem, and that would be 2. So our y coordinate is 2. So our ordered pair is 1/2, 2. Awesome. And 3/4 times 4. See if you can do it faster than me. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 1 is 4. See how the 1 on the bottom really helps you? Because you make sure that you multiply it across. Okay? And 12 divided by 4 is 3. So our y coordinate is 3, making a really nice y pattern here. 1, adding 1, adding 1. So that is 3/4, 1. And then 1 times 4 is 4. And our y coordinate is 4. So then we have 1, 4. Got it? All right. Now we have to plot those on our coordinate plane. And see if I can put my ordered pairs over here to make it easy for us to see them. All right. Our first one is 0, 0. Our next one is 1/4, 1. Now this one is broken into fractions, so it's always good to check the scale of your ordered pair. Scale is how your, how your coordinate plane is, where your tick marks are and what fraction you have before that, right? How it's broken down. So 1/4, 1/4, and 1. So across a 4th and up 1, and then across a half. Oh, 1/2 is the same as 2/4. Okay, yep. Hopefully we remember that from fractions, right? 1/2 is the same as 2/4. Also, you could see it's halfway between your 0 and your 1, and then you're going to go up 2, and then 3/4, and did I make a mistake there? Yes, I did. That should be a 3 because our y coordinate is a 3. I noticed it because I'm not going back down to 1, right? My y coordinates are continuing to go up. So 3/4, 3, and 1, and 4. All right, and we do have a nice line there. Is that what yours looks like? Pretty much. Okay, and then we have a few letters on the bottom of that page. Describe the movement from one point to the next. You could say go to the right 1/4 and up 1. And of course that would be units because we're not using measurements right now, but a unit is the same as like an inch, a centimeter, whatever you would want to have your units be on your coordinate grid. What is the rule for the x coordinate? Add x coordinate adding 1/4, adding 1/4, adding 1/4, adding 1/4. Yes. Okay, add 1/4. And what is the rule for the y coordinate? I think we saw it on there. Adding 1 every time. Okay, adding 1, add 1. Fill in the blanks to describe the relationship between the x and the y coordinate. The blank coordinates are blank, the corresponding blank coordinates. Lots of blanks there, right? So these two are going to be x or y. So we said multiplying by 4. So that would mean the y coordinate is 4 times as much as the x coordinate. Yeah? So we want to say it that way. The y coordinates are 4 times as much as the x coordinates, because x times 4 equals y. So the y is 4 times bigger, also 4 times as much, right? Math language, 4 times as much. All right, G, if the x coordinate is 7/2, then what is the y coordinate? And we know we multiply by 4, right? So 7/2 times 4, put the 1 underneath there. 7 times 4 is 28. 2 times 1 is 2. 28 divided by 2, 14. Good job. Okay, and so that would mean our y coordinate is 14. And if our y coordinate is 20, then what would our x coordinate be? So if we multiply by 4 to get from x to y, we can divide by 4 to get from y to x, right? So 20 divided by 4 is 5. Okay, excellent job. And we just have one more part to go. Thanks for hanging in there with our 3 videos today. You're doing a great job. Let's look at this table, which is going to help us to understand number 3. Okay, here we have x coordinate 100, 200, 300, 400. Y coordinate 2, 4, 6, 8. Ordered pairs. Okay. Think about this, what scale you would use if you're going to make this into a coordinate plane. What scale would you use? Because your x's are hundreds and your y's are by twos. So if you used 100 for both of them, your y's are, yeah. If you use 2 for both of them, your coordinate grid is going to be really big. So guess what? We can use different scales for the axes to help us plot points. I know, amazing. So we're going to use hundreds on our x's and twos on our y's. Isn't that cool? Yeah, it's still going to be fine. But this one little tick mark is going to count as 100, right? And this one little tick mark is going to count as 2 because we said so. So it's going to work out. Okay, so what is the vertical distance? Vertical is going to be 2. Horizontal is going to be 100, right? What is the rule for the x's? Plus 100. And the rule for the y's? Plus 2, right? Okay, so let's plot our points. Put it over here for us. 100, 2. 204. 306. 408. Oh, that's a nice line. Yeah? Okay. Let's think about the relationship between the x and the y coordinates, right? Okay, what do you notice? 2 times something equal 100, or 100 divided by something equal 2. 2 times 50 equals 100, going this way, right? 200 divided by 50 equals 4. Yep, it's going to work. It's always good to check a couple just to make sure it's going to work. So how can we use the relationship between coordinates to find a coordinate? when you know the corresponding coordinate. It's just a fancy way of saying from x, you're going to be dividing by 50 to go that way, and from y, you're going to be multiplying by 50 to go that way, right? Okay, and we have some A, B, C, D on here. What are the rules? Use the rules to make the next three coordinates. What are the ordered pairs? Okay, so 500, 600, right? 500 divided by 50 is 10, so that would be 510. 600 divided by 50 is 12, so that would be 612. 700, 700 divided by 50, 14. Oh, we can also use this pattern right here, right? Okay, we don't always have to do all the division. That's nice. 714. Okay, those would be the ordered pairs. You can put that in for letter A. I'm not going to write them down since we just wrote them down. Hopefully you're copying them down. And then we need to fill in our chart. The blank coordinates are blank, the corresponding blank coordinates. The x coordinates are 50 times as much. 50 times as much. I know that isn't always normal language. Times as much as the corresponding y coordinates. Okay? And then C. Oh, there we go. I knew I wrote down C somewhere. What is the corresponding y coordinate when the x coordinate is 1,000? Oh, maybe I didn't. There it is. Okay. What is the corresponding x coordinate when the y coordinate when the x is 1,000? So x 1,000, y divided by 50. 1,000 divided by 50. 200. 200. No. 20. Too many zeros. 1, 2, plus, there we go. Okay, sorry. 20. And then D. What is the corresponding x coordinate when the y coordinate is 1,000? So now our y coordinate is 1,000. And it would be 1,000 times 50. 1,000 times 50 is 50,000. All right. Awesome job on lesson 9. I will see you on lesson 10. You're doing an awesome job. Thanks so much, and aloha.